Yeah. Oh, I keep.
How would you disrupt education for the positive? Because many people on this planet don't have access to high quality education.
Yeah, so how do you disrupt education? Education, it turns out, well, of course, there are the MOOCs, and they have done great things in education. But when people start a MOOC, usually they fall off about 93% of the time. So only 7% of the people who start a MOOC course finish a MOOC course. So something's missing there. And I think it's the person cheering you on. I think it's that. And that person cheering you on could be virtual, so I think that would be fine. But there has to be that person there. You know, I would have liked, I got pretty heavy and I wanted to lose some weight, but it was not until my wife said, hey, we've got to try this. She looks at me, we got to try this. That I actually did the diet and, you know, kind of lost all the weight. By the way, sugar is poison, just in case. And anything you see on TV is not food. And there's your new diet. So I look at disrupting education in a couple of ways. One is politically, education's a mess, at least in the United States, and especially in California. The teachers' union controls it and dominates it and makes the laws for it, and it's the perfect thing for an entrepreneur to go in there and go, if I've got a wedge, I can take these guys. You know, I can grab a piece of this market. And people do. I mean, there are a lot of families that have decided to homeschool, and there are a couple of the voucher programs, and there are some good things that are starting to happen there because it just is so bad. But what I tried to do something politically to fix that. I tried to create the voucher program in California. Teachers Union spent $100 million to beat me. And they slashed my tires. They did everything. It was horrible. And then I thought, well, the best way to improve education is to lead by example. And that's why I started Draper University of Heroes. Suddenly there's a new kind of school. It doesn't have like the full-time faculty sitting there that bores you to death for an entire year. It doesn't have the most of the money going into some deep, dark research that never sees the light of day. And it doesn't have big, huge buildings and fancy offices for all the professors. I mean, Azra, sorry about that. But, instead, we have a rule. Nobody speaks for more than an hour at Draper University except Gina, and Gina is special because she rips their hearts out for an entire day from 8 in the morning until about 3 in the morning. And she just goes, she's one of these emotional, spiritual teachers that is just extraordinary. So nobody speaks for more than an hour. So the students are kind of going, oh, this is interesting. Here's somebody who's doing PR with their life. Here's somebody who started a business in 3D printing. Here's a Bitcoin company. Here's something. Hey, we got a tour of the Tesla factory. It's bringing education to what's really going on in the world. And we're not teaching, I'm sorry, we're not teaching ancient Turkish or Greek. We're teaching coding and anything that's kind of the new thing. And if coding's no longer relevant, we're going to teach that next thing, and we're going to do it immediately. So we have that jump. And now it's really fun because I'm watching as not only all these college presidents coming to visit me and saying, what are you doing here? Because, we had we've been in business 6 years, and we had the guy, the biggest ICO in all of China, or the second biggest, was done by 2 Draper University students because they learned about Bitcoin. Nobody was teaching Bitcoin 4 years ago, but we were. So we're looking at education, we're sort of saying, look, it's too expensive, it's wasting people's time, and it's not relevant, and it's not getting people to be more effective in the world. So let's do something that does all those three things better. So lead by example. That's the only thing I can think of. And use those technologies any way you can. Bring them in.